Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Task Force Admiral. We are back with our task force. And let's get all these buttons out of the way. There we go. Now, if you haven't seen previous episode, I recommend that you watch it. It's not necessary, but a lot of things happen there. But if you don't, let me just give you a short recap. We managed to
Boring! America, fuck yeah!
Freedom!
Got it!
Oh no!
No.
You are already dead.
Oh, hell no!
What you gonna do when
Curse you, babe!
both carriers are still operational, and we have been able to recover almost most of our aircraft. Of that I know. Let me actually check that. How much of our fighters have returned? Oh no, I'm completely wrong. We only have like 20% that has returned. Alright. Well, that's not good, I guess. God damn. Alright. Lexington has way more aircraft, especially fighters. Yeah, okay. So it could be worse, could be better, but it could also be worse. We have sent out new patrol aircraft towards here, but there may also be a chance, seeing their heading, that they are going to the right, so we must also send some aircraft over there. New message? Nothing. Alright, thanks Raider, very cool. So, I have realized some of my mistakes, which I wish to correct this episode, or at least not be able to correct. I mean, mistakes have been made. But I wish to not repeat in this episode. Main mistake was scrambling my fighters. Even though the idea was good, the problem with scrambling your fighters is that when you do that, you just send out all of your aircraft and you're not able to control them somewhat. They just fly around your aircraft carriers. There was a moment when some of my fighters were engaging and others were just dancing around my aircraft carriers trying to spot any aircraft, but they couldn't. So I need to work more with cap, and if I have the time, I should focus on cap instead of scrambling my fighters. But the problem is, I don't have that many fighters left. I mean, I have some in here. I have some, just not a lot. I've got 2 fighters on Yorktown. Disastrous. Although Lexington appears to have, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fighters. And some on the deck that I'm not willing to count. So we do still have access to some fighters, just not a lot. Alright, so small problem. We have spotted, get this out of the way. We have spotted 10 aircraft or something heading our way. So this time, we are going to straight up panic.
Now, the rest of the plan is simple.
I send out patrol aircraft. They find other aircraft. They are enemy bombers. Panic. Panic.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to just try to delay the inevitable. Try to move westward with 30 knots. Alright, and we're going to start creating a new cap zone. And create a new combat air zone. Probably only in Yorktown, because Lexington doesn't have any air support left. Yeah, let's just add Yorktown with its single aircraft, or 2 aircraft actually. Let's just hope that our patrol aircraft and our fighters are able to take care of them. Aha!
Enemy task force detected. Enhance. Bro is about to taste freedom.
Alright, that's our 4 Wildcats. It's not the largest air defense. Those appear to be only bombers. Oh no, those are zeros. But they're probably fails. that one of my wildcats that went down? Yeah, I believe it is this one. Let's hope the other 3 can make a difference. Oh, this wildcat's getting hammered. Yeah, it's going down. I believe I only have 2 wildcats in the area. 2 against 15 aircraft. Well, this is a catastrophe. I mean, our wildcat seems to be taking care of at least some of the bombers, but most are still going to go through. One wildcat is still in operational service, and it's already smoking, so it's not looking good.
I am not trapped in a facility full of robots. You are all trapped in here with me.
There you go, come on. Another one taken down. This single wildcat has taken down around 4 or 5 planes in this attack alone. Going down, dropping the bombs. Just 3 made it through, thanks to our valiant defense by our wildcats. In this case, wildcat Boris, the legend himself, has managed to take down pretty much half of this bomber squadron that was sent to attack our carriers. Boris almost clipping Avel, trying to take it down. Or have you been taken out? I believe he has been taken out. Boys, are you evading? What's happening? Boys, talk to me. Nah, he is gone for. Boys, our final wildcat trying to defend our carriers and taking revenge. Resting amongst the sea. If there's a Valhalla, he's most definitely going towards it. But, heroic fighters aside, I don't believe I have an active cap area now. No, I don't. I hope we won't be bothered for the next 15 minutes. We'll see. Alright, our fighters closing in towards the enemy task force. I have noticed that there's some delay between the two squadrons. Oh, that was not the button I wanted to press. One moment. We have our dive bombers here and dive bomber squadron there, and I believe some torpedo bombers in the back somewhere below there. They are following us. But if we go to our map, you can't really see it. But yeah, they are over there, so they are a bit more in the back. But hopefully they'll arrive roughly the same time. Hello everybody, welcome to Imsua. Or in other words, I have messed something up again. Many more to come. Let me explain something to you. Recently, I bought a new computer. Love the thing. It's very efficient, very fast, very nice, very cool. But with the new computer, I bought a new screen. Screen little bigger than previous screen. One important thing you should do though is check your settings, because different screen means different resolution. I did not check the settings, meaning that you did not see the gameplay. You saw 1/3 of it in the top left. So about 2 hours of gameplay recording just straight up in the bin. So I apologize. You're not going to see the attack itself, but the only thing that you need to know is that it went rather well and we managed to hit them a few times and they were both on fire. Try not to think about it too much and just try to enjoy the rest of the video. Bye bye! Alright, as you can see, the final aircraft have just landed back on our carriers. So I would say that's a mission rather successful, I guess. Now that all of our aircraft have landed, I've created a new search party to the east or northeast. Hopefully they'll be able to redirect the carrier task force and we'll send off another wave. Alright, looks like our scouts picked something up. There we go. Unknown task force, 2 large ships. I doubt that it's just 2 large ships. Once again, pretty sharp eyes, these pilots, because I'm not seeing anything. Maybe in the distance something there actually. Yeah, no, I believe I'm starting to see it. It's like only a few pixels, so it's incredibly difficult to make out. Now is the time that we're going to start preparing our offensive. Bombers are already on the deck, but I believe these are going to need to be rearmed. And no time to waste. Now, both carriers should be rather busy preparing their aircrafts. At least I say that, but they are not really. You would think that. You would think that, considering I just ordered them to prepare for a tech strike, that they would start preparing. You could assume that, but they don't. Well, as long as they are able to work within the roster, then I'm fine with it. If they think they don't need all this time to start preparing and will only start preparing at 14:35, then be my guest. But when they will start preparing, hopefully, we should be able to deliver the final strike to at least force the Japanese out of the Coral Sea. Some reasons I don't really understand why. I keep getting this warning, no reserve planes for mission. Warning, no reserve mission planes for this mission. Warning, no reserve planes. Warning, no reserve planes. It's like the only message I seem to get. I mean, look at this. What is this insanity?
Wait, it was always no reserve planes for this mission? Always has been.
Alright, while our aircraft were going off for a little bit, they've now seemed to regain conscious and free will, and they've decided that actually they don't need to follow the path if they know where the carrier task force is. So they've now started turning and are heading towards the actual location of the task force. So actually, maybe this was not as bad as we originally thought. It's getting the Bismarck treatment. Spilling oil everywhere. Well, I already sent out another patrol squadron, so hopefully we'll be able to make contacts with them again and see if this carrier is doing much better. And if it is, we'll strike them one last time, because I have a feeling if we're able to hit it with A, another torpedo, or B, another volley of bombs, this carrier is going to have some real troubles and might not even make it back to base. We will definitely see, because I...
I'm Steve.
Now that we have collected all of our aircrafts, I have sent another search party out, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up the oily breadcrumbs that the Japanese have been leaving behind. Well, we have indeed managed to find them. Actually, rather close to where they previously were. Oh, they are too far away. Alright, well, let's start moving closer then. I must say, this UI can be quite annoying sometimes when you're not able to select something. But I have managed to select it now. Alright, it seems that for some reason the attack with Lexington was called off, so let's try that again. Okay, so that's going to be a problem because Yorktown is already taking off its aircraft, but because Lexington apparently cancelled its orders, is now having to changes to its aircraft post haste, actually moving its aircraft in between the wings of others. So I'm curious to how they're able to pull that off. Yeah, maybe something that I've done, but I'm not quite sure what. Hopefully we'll just be able to damage them with the largest part of our air fleet. And yeah, we'll see. I hope this won't be too damaging to our air squadrons because they'll be attacking out of sync. For the second time in a row, Lexington is refusing to take off, and I'm not sure why. Its aircraft are on the deck, its air ops mode is launched, air operations are allowed. I'm not quite sure what is going on. I'm sure that something is amiss, but I can't put my finger on what.
Arthur, get out of the tank.
You're not my dad.
Get out of the fucking tank. I am your dad.
You're not my dad.
I am your dad. Get out of the fucking
I'm in a tank and you're not.
I will call
I'm
Mr.
literally
Middleton.
in
Get
a
out the
fucking
fucking tank.
I'm literally in a tank. You're
Get
not.
out of the
You're not my dad.
Literally get out of the tank.
Tell Major Middleton. I don't give a fuck.
Get out of the fucking tank.
No.
Or third time's the charm. Alright, well, let's just stalk our air force that is in the air. Yeah, that the task force is. One carrier? That can't be right. Oh, we switched to red mode because it's becoming night. One carrier. You're telling me there's only a single carrier here? Well, I mean, it appears to be two. A single carrier. And our bombers are moving in. Slowly but surely. Alright, well, if it is truly only one carrier, then it's going to be easy, but I doubt it only is one carrier. I mean, why would the Japanese just abandon the single carrier like this? Unless it was dead in the water. Well, we will find out in moments. Our bombers are heading there right now. Finally, Lexington's engines, or Lexington's Air Force engines, spring to life. Don't know exactly what went wrong, but I'm just happy that they're finally getting ready for takeoff. Hopefully they'll be able to intercept the Japanese task force before it becomes too late and they're unable to see anything, but it's becoming pretty dark already, so I honestly doubt it. But we'll see what kind of damage they can still do. Alright, I have noticed something very problematic for this carrier. The reason why the Japanese abandoned this carrier is simply because of what it's doing right now. It is turning circles. It really did just get Bismarcked. It get hit in the rear, and now it's just turning circles and circles all over again. Alright, all of our aircraft have just landed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do something very sneaky. I'm first of all going to delete this waypoint. Second of all, going to delete that old contact. I'm just going to go over here, just towards the carriers at maximum speed. Actually, let's not go maximum speed. Let's go with like 20 knots, not 320 knots, 20 knots. When we're able to take off, which is around 6 o'clock, we will launch our aircraft and finish off that carrier, but we'll just get close in the meanwhile, because wherever the other aircraft are, or aircraft carriers are, we'll be able to take off from there. So I'll keep you guys up to date. Alright, so I've just noticed that our aircrafts, they found nothing. So either that aircraft carrier has sunk, or we got no clue what the hell it is. Now I'm going for the latter. So we are going to start searching the hell for it. Does have to be that wide? There we go. That should be enough. Except, well, attempt after attempt, this aircraft carrier keeps eluding me, and I have absolutely zero clue where it is. So I'm going to send out another search party, but this time I'm going all out and I'm going to scour the entire ocean if I have to. I'm going to search this carrier and I'm going to sink it. If the next mission is unsuccessful, then the only thing that I could even assume is that the carrier did indeed sunk after those fires. Okay, so if you're confused, what you see on screen right now are all the aircraft that I have selected for these air recon missions. All of my dive bombers have been selected. I only have torpedo bombers in reserve. I am finding this carrier, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Alright, it's official. With all the aircraft at my disposal, I have not been able to find this carrier or any surface fleet. So I think it can be concluded that the Japanese have totally recalled from the area, and either A, the carrier has managed to repair its rudder and has been able to run off, or B, it has sunk. I actually think it's the latter because I've not been able to spot anything. So I think there's only one thing left for us to do.
Victory in the Coral Sea. American and Allied forces, led by the U.S. Navy aircraft carriers, have inflicted a decisive defeat on the Japanese fleet threatening the Australian outpost of Port Moresby. It is the beginning of the end, all thanks to the courageous seamen and flyers of Task Force 17, led by Admiral Fletcher. Next stop, Bravo!
There we go, success. For the first time since Pearl Harbor, the tide has truly turned, and decisively so. With the attack on Port Moresby repelled with heavy losses, the enemy has turned tail and the army and is now questioning the validity of its expansion plans in the South Pacific. As Japanese Navy and Army casualties number in the hundreds, if not thousands, as High Command devises new and creative ways to make the best use of our local superiority, it seems the enemy may be coming back for another round, this time at Midway Island. The morale and experience gained in the Coral Sea put us in a perfect position to rain calamity on the enemy's parade once and for all, thanks to you. Good job, Admiral. Now I can't watch the replay, but I can watch the full report. and this really pains me. I have not sunken the carrier. He has managed to elude my grasp, and I only damaged him. I mean, granted, severely damaged him, but still. I managed to damage three enemy ships, 2 carriers, and 1 heavy cruiser. Miyoko did not even see that I damaged him, but apparently I did. I mean, ship to ship, right? Enemy aircraft losses 36 zeros, 20 dive bombers, and 24 files. And I unfortunately also got quite hit to find the ship lost as well. It's not losses, it's damage. USS Lexington got damaged, and USS New Orleans, a heavy cruiser of ours, also got damaged. Friendly aircraft losses 25, Wildcat 17, dive bombers, and 13 torpedo bombers. All in all, we have gained 760 points. Even that's including the deducted amount of points. So I would say not too bad. Only one thing for us left to do. Let's to go back to the main menu. And gentlemen, that was Task Force Admiral. I must say, I mean, it was a pretty short campaign, but that's of course because this is a demo. Yes, did you forget? This was a demo. All the things that you have seen was only part of a demo. And there's actually more things you can do. Single scenario and battle generator, as well as the museum. I can't wait for when this game gets fully released, so I'm going to keep watch on it. Though there have been things that have been quite annoying. For instance, when I know that my aircraft are returning to a certain point after mission, and my carry task force would not go there because it was like, we are suddenly going to start heading towards the wind for some air operations that I'm unaware of, and then suddenly I arrive 20 hours late at the destination I was supposed to be in. But I think most of them will be patched or some would be explained. About the explained part, we don't talk about the manual. Most handy dandy thing that has probably been put in this game, and I did not even take a second to look at it. So once you play this game, I highly advise you do, so you do actually know what's been going on. Now, as I said, there are 3 other things. The museum, I might take a gander at myself, and you should do that too by downloading the game. If you guys would like to see me play a single scenario or some battle generators, please let me know down in the comments below, and I will have a gander at those. For now, thank you for watching. This was Vincent, signing off.